Okay guys, welcome to another look at video. As you can tell from the title, this is about the Sega Dreamcast. Now, Sega Dreamcast, like many of the consoles released in the sort of early 90s, it used CD to load games. Now that's all and good, but the problem you've got when you're an old person like me who wants to still play original hardware, you know, the CDs relied on a laser to actually read the discs. Now that in itself is quite a fragile thing. I mean, I can always remember getting my PlayStation, my first PlayStation, and the laser stopped working after 6 months. It's a very, very, very fragile piece, bit of equipment. So the problem you've got when you're trying to play, these old systems, they can be very, very temperamental, and unfortunately, because obviously there's going to be less of them, getting parts is harder, and it's also getting more expensive. So you're thinking, well, what can I do, because you need a CD to play games? Well, that is not always the case, as I am going to show you. I saw this online. In fact, I think it was on YouTube actually. But in particular, it was one of my mates, Steve. He actually showed me this, and I thought, I have got to have one of these. It is a device that fits inside a Dreamcast. Now, just to kind of explain it a wee bit more, here is one I prepared earlier. This is a normal Dreamcast, Sega Dreamcast. Now, when you open it up, have I got the right one? Oh, I've got the wrong one. Dearie me, I'm leaving organised at all. When you open the Dream, it's like the hokey cokey in, out and shake it all about. When you open up the Dreamcast, obviously you've got inside here, you've got the this is the sort of CD. This is called what's it called? The GD drive, I think it's called, because that was the kind of discs it used. You've got the little spindle and this little part here, which can you see that? It's like yep, you can see there. That's the laser. Now this, after a period of time, can get quite temperamental. Fortunately, this one still works really well. But so yeah, that's your laser. That's your standard Dreamcast. Now, what this thing does is it actually replaces the CD drive with something completely different. So this is a modified one. Now, when you open this one up, that's the on button. Hopefully, you can see in here there is a board. Now this is called the GDEMU. There's a little board here, which basically you remove the drive. This virtually, literally, there's 3 screws. 1, 2, and then there's one at the top left, up here. You take the bottom of your, take the screws out the bottom of your Dreamcast, lift the lid off. This just literally, there's 3 screws there. This whole unit just lifts out like so. Now underneath you can see this is where the CD drive connects to the actual motherboard. There's the laser there. So you lift that out, and in place of it goes this little, hopefully you can see it. Can you see that? I don't know if that's in focus or not. In here it's called the GDEMU. It's a little board, and you can hopefully see that there. It takes a SD card, or a micro SD card, which obviously needs to go inside one of these things. I think it can go, capacity wise, they recommend up to 32 gig. Now I have got a 200 gig card in this, which was very, very kindly put together by my mate Steve. Right, and let's power this bad boy up. Has anybody noticed that Sega consoles always have a really, really loud volume? Don't know what it is. Every Sega console I've ever owned is always really loud. I mean, my TV's only turned up to 3, I think it is, and it's pretty loud. Now, as you can tell there, my battery in my Dreamcast doesn't work, the BIOS battery, so I've got to go through this palaver every time, but it's not too much hassle. Put in any date and press select. And go to play. Now the way this thing works is you've got there's a number of folders, and each folder has got a number 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. number one is the GDEMU menu system, which is what you've just seen. It always loads the image that's in folder number one. Folder number two, you can put a game, you know, or basically you put a game in different numbered folders. So in the case of this, you can see there, hopefully GDEMU is folder 1, 18 Wheeler is folder 2, 102 Dalmatians, 3, and so on. Now, all these games are on that SD card. You can see there 20, goes all the way down. I mean, Steve has done an absolute awesome job. Now you might be thinking, how do I play multiple disc games? I mean, games like Shenmue, they take, I think it's 4 discs. There's a little button just to the right of the SD card. Basically, when it asks you to swap discs, you just press that button and it moves on to the next disc. I've not tried it, but apparently that's the way it works. So yeah, if you hold down the shoulder buttons, it'll scroll through them. I mean, just look at the number of games that are all on this one SD card. There's 173 discs. Now there's a few multiple disc games like here you are, Shenmue 2, English dub, original Shenmue, that's got 4 or 5 discs. So there's about 150 games in this, which I don't think there's anything that I've actually found. I think there was one shoot 'em up which I've found that is not on this. I mean, it's an absolute cracking collection. So just to let you see a few of them loading, I don't know if it's any quicker or slower than the actual hardware, but it's a lot quieter as well. So let's go for 18 Wheeler. So basically you move over it. Now you can see there it tells you the region is PAL. This is the disc obviously. It's PAL region, VGA, yeah, it supports VGA. It's 1 disc of 1. The date, is that the date it came out? I'm not too sure. So to load the game, well, you can press, if you go to X, you get menus, you've got a wee menu, you've got options. It automatically makes your Dreamcast region free, which is really nice. It'll also try and force it through the VGA cable, because apparently not all games like the VGA cable. I don't have a VGA cable, unfortunately. I did sell it years ago for about £2. They go for daft money now. In-game reset is clever. I'll show you that how that works. Now you can switch off the boot intro and also the Sega license, which I'm going to do. Save the settings. Now one thing you need to be very, very aware of, if you do happen to get one of these, I will put the link to it below. I've had this for a couple of days and I was using it yesterday and it stopped working. The menu stopped working, and I was asking Steve what it could be, and he says, oh, maybe the SD card's corrupted, whatever. I was trying all different things, and I ended up finding out it's because you've got, what you'll see here, you've got the little, what do you call it, the little memory card thing. I had taken that out and I wasn't using it, and for whatever reason, it must save the settings to the memory card. It stopped working, but when I put the memory card back in, everything works fine. So just be aware of that, guys, if you do happen to get one of these. So let's go for 18 Wheeler. So just to load the game, you press A, which is the wee red button. Now it should just go straight into the game rather than displaying the Sega thing. There we go. I'll go for 50 Hz. Not enough free memory yet. Let's just wire straight into the game. But you know, just having all these games in one place is fantastic. So I don't know if it's like, if the loading's any quicker or slower. I've really got no idea. It certainly doesn't seem slow, that's for sure.
You're new, aren't you? If you got any problems, just call out.
This is a great game. It's a game. It's a thoroughly underrated game in my opinion.
Make sure you get there on time. Go! Good morning, New York.
You really feel like you're driving a big HTV. Anyway, anyway, like, enough of that. Now to change games, you can either power the thing on and off. This doesn't work with every game, or if you hold down the 4 buttons, the A, B, X and Y, hold them, the 4 buttons down and press the start button.
18-wheeler.
Let's try. It doesn't always work.
Please select a truck, cowboy.
Usually it will work after a few goes, but
18-wheeler.
is it going to work?
Please select a truck, 18-wheeler.
Maybe we can hold the button in, not too sure. I'll try once more. There we go. Press the start to speed it up. Now you need to use a piece of software to kind of get all these games in order. It doesn't automatically do it. Hero Wings. Now, as anyone that watches this channel may know, I absolutely love my shoot 'em up. So let's Border Down. That's a great game. And the great thing is, you could basically have, I mean, I'm using a 200 gig SD card, which is not recommended by the guy that makes the actual board. But you could have 3 or 4 32 gig SD cards, you know, and just have one with your favourite shoot 'em ups, one with sports games. That little thing inside, I completely forgot to mention it, where the little board sits, there would normally be a big hole, but there's a thing you can get, you can get like a little tray thing printed off, you know, with a 3D printer, which I've actually got. I got a guy who stays quite local to me, he printed it off for about, was it £13 I think it was, and it kind of seals it, so it means that you're not going to drop the SD card inside the actual unit. So anyway, let's get this game going. But yeah, it means that you can have a number of SD cards with different types of games. I mean, it's just fantastic. This is a wonderful game, this. I'm not a big fan of horizontal shooters, but this game is excellent. Now unfortunately, my Dreamcast seems to cut the top of the screen off very slightly. You can see the scores at the very top's cut off, but that's just my TV. Alright, okay, it doesn't use the analog stick, that's why I couldn't move there. Absolutely beautiful. Ah, bollocks! That is savagely difficult. You know, I didn't even see what hit me there. I am officially pants. Right, one last wee go. You know, see, if you like your shooters, the Dreamcast is an absolute must-have. It's a fantastic console. You know, people look upon the Dreamcast as being a failure. It's anything but a failure. Yeah, it certainly could have had a longer shelf life, you know, but some of the games in it are just incredible. Right, anyway, I could keep playing this. Let's pause this and try and reset it again. Yeah, I think you hold down the start button for a few seconds. But if you love your Dreamcast, you know, I absolutely can't recommend this SD card thing, or sorry, GDEMU enough. One thing you need to be aware of if you do decide to buy one, it's one guy that makes them. Cosmic Smash. I'm trying to remember what. I can't remember what game's what. Yeah, it's just one guy that makes them, and he's got a website which I'll put a link to below, and he'll announce that he's open for orders, but he only takes, I don't know how many, maybe the first 20, whatever. You've got to get in really, really quick. I knew that he was going to be coming, well, he doesn't tell you when he's going to be announcing some more. I knew it was going to be in a couple of weeks. So I was literally going in every day and just refreshing the page all the time. And I was lucky enough to get one. The price is €115. I think it was just under £100. I don't think I've actually ever played this game, you know that? I think we can safely call this a bullet hell shooter. Bloody hell, when are we going to kill this thing? Right, yeah, that is Chaos Field. Let's see if we can reset it again. I notice with some games, you've kind of got to go back to the start screen and then do the buttons. Now this isn't an overview of Dreamcast games, by the way, guys. There's much better videos out there on YouTube land that you can watch. I just really want to let you see just this thing in operation because it's fantastic. Dogs trying to think that's can you shoot them up as well. Fast Striker, is that? I think that's a shooter. I mean, I've not, as I said, I know most of the games in this, but there's so many there. Yeah, and independent. So I mean, the Dreamcast is a system that still gets games made for it. Warning, warning, warning! Huge loading time. Yeah, I've not come across a game yet. In fact, I tell a lie, there's only one game that I've tried that hasn't actually loaded. But I know Steve said that he's not had any problems, so it's obviously just my card, and that was Centipede, which isn't a fantastic game anyway, so I'm not too concerned about that. But yeah, just having access to all these games in one place, you don't have to fanny about with discs, anything like that. And the thing is, because it's so easy to actually install the thing, if you decided that one day you wanted to, I don't know, why don't you do that? If you decided one day you wanted to stick your GD drive back in again, it's a 5-minute job, if that. Yeah, let's look at a few other things. This one doesn't want to reset. Restart possibly. Take it back to the main menu and then try again. Right, this one doesn't want to do the restart thing. No. Right, I'll just need to press it on and off the old fashioned way. So I'll switch it on or off and switch it back on again. Right, what else have we got? What else? Let's see, Crazy Taxi. Let's have a quick blast at that. It's really, it's absolutely opened the door to me playing this console. I mean, I love my Dreamcast, I do use it a lot, but just having everything just there is superb. And you can see there it works fine with the 60 megahertz as well.
It's party time. Let's have some fun.
No, it's, you know what, it's going to, let's see if we can turn the music off because I don't want copyright infringement. There we go. Although I notice now that YouTube's that clever that it even recognises images. I mean, I had a video of, what was it? Super Mario Kart 8 on the Switch. Although I had the sound turned down, it actually recognised the graphics.
Alright, let's go make some crazy
So,
money.
yeah.
Go ahead and Axel. Alright, let's get it on. Hey, it's time to make some crazy money. Are you ready? Here we go.
How do we go forwards? There we go.
Oh, damn it.
Come on, you're in a hurry, right?
Hurry up.
Watch it. You nearly take me to the cable car.
Okay,
Up on the
hang
hill.
on.
I love this game. I mean, it's pop-up central. You know what I mean? You can, but it plays so well. It really does.
That hurt. Pay more attention.
There's not many consoles that do arcade games better than the Dreamcast. You know, it was a Sega machine, and it just, you know, the ports that they put out for it were fantastic.
You better pick someone up.
Come on.
Out of time. Pick someone up. In a hurry. You better pick someone up. You're in a hurry, right? Out of time.
Not you again. Come on.
I need to go to the cable car.
Okay, but don't freak out on me.
Baby. Move it, baby.
Just shut up and let's roll.
Watch it, you fool.
Pity the fool.
Let's
Yeah,
watch it,
just
you
a second.
Right, that's Crazy Taxi. Let's see if we can. Let's go back to the menu and see if we can.
Crazy Taxi.
If we can do the reset in this one. There we go. Success. Couple more, guys. Like I says, this isn't a look at Dreamcast games. It's just I wanted to let you see this thing, how amazing it is. I mean, there's just everything there. As if you like your shoot 'em ups, you know, the Dreamcast is hard to beat. Beat 'em ups as well. It's fantastic for beat 'em ups. I think it's actually a better console for beat 'em ups than say the PlayStation 2. I think it's just the architecture. It was just better suited. It's the same with the Sega Saturn. That is a better machine for 2D games than the PlayStation.
Marvel versus Cat.
Well, let's go for Spider-Man. The presentation of these games is just absolutely second to none. Is that a Wolverine at the bottom? I guess. I've got absolutely no idea how I managed an 8-hit combo. Absolutely hammering his arse at the moment. But it's complete luck. I'm fighting myself now. I'm slightly less kind of red, lighter blue version of myself. What on earth? I've got absolutely no idea what's going on here. Right, a couple more games. I think I keep saying that. Right, let's try again. 4 buttons and reset. There we go. Some games seem to work. I thought I was going to reset this time. Yay! So you can change games without even getting off your fat arse. You can just do it from the comfort of your own seat. What else? I mean, everything's there. Daytona, USA. Not a big fan of Daytona, I must admit. Headhunter, you'll see there, Headhunter 1 of 2, 2 of 2. It's obviously it's a 2-disc game. A great game, Metropolis Street Racer. Let's give that a wee go. That is kind of the precursor to Project Gotham Racing. It was an amazing game. Not played it for a long time. Right, okay, we get you. Right, let's go for 60 megahertz. It's quite a clever game because you set it, obviously if you've got the battery working, you set it to the actual time, and depends what time of the day you played it would determine whether it was like in darkness or not. So if you always played it at night time, you were always going to be driving in darkness. But really clever. Put in something. Okay, no name, that'll do. First name, it's going to be 1. Nickname, I've got no name, okay. And the last name can be H. And no name 33, that sounds good. Proceed without save. Right, I didn't realise challenge, let's just launch straight in, I think. So this is San Francisco Canary Wharf apparently. This will see how quick it loads.
Okay, it's birthday bonanza time on Rock 101. If you were born on the 7th of June, call into the station right now. And if you're caller 101,
now this was one of the first games that I'm aware to actually have a radio. You know, you get that in obviously games like Grand Theft Auto 5 and that kind of stuff. No doubt that music is going to get hit for copyright. I think it will. Yeah, I mean, graphically it's still beautiful. It's not as impressive looking as I remember it to be, but you know what, that's because it's now 20 years old, so. That is MSR Racing. Let's see if we can quit. Let's go to quit race, I think. Quit race, yep. And we'll take we'll take a look at one last game. You see at the top there it shows you the time of day in San Francisco, London, Tokyo. This one doesn't want to reset, I don't think. Ah, there we go. If you persevere long enough, it always works. Right, we'll make this the last game on a SCUV. So let's go right down to near the middle. Power Stone, amazing game. Ready to Rumble, really good game. Rattle G, I think that's a really good shoot 'em up once again. Let's go for Rez, which is a really beautiful game. But as you can see, guys, you can see just how usable it is. You know, switch the thing on, and then you can literally you can change games from the comfort of your own seat. You don't even have to get off out your seat to do that. It does, I say, its official sort of capacity of card is 32 gig. Like I says, I've got a 200 gig in this one, and I know my mate Steve that put it together for me, he's been using a 200 gig one without any problems as well. Just be aware, again, if you do happen to get one, if you get the issue like I did, where you suddenly don't get the menu and you think that your your device is knackered. I mean, I was that close from actually sending it back when I discovered that it was actually it was the fact that I'd taken my memory card out that was causing the problem. This has been a long time since I played this one. It's a beautiful game again though. You hold down the button and you highlight. Yeah, you hold down the button and you highlight the target, and then when you release the button, it then destroys the target, if that makes any sense. So you can highlight quite a few in one go. Now, this was released in HD for the 360, Xbox 360. And I think it also got released for the PlayStation 4 in VR, which I think would be rather nice. But this game's lovely. If this is your kind of thing, you'll love it. And I think the number of sort of baddies you kill actually affect the music. So the game kind of speeds up and the music kind of goes along with it. Whoa. I'm not actually doing that well at the moment, I'm afraid. Anyway, listen guys, I could play this all night. Like I says, this isn't a video about the Dreamcast, it's about the GDEMU. As I've said to you before, if the Dreamcast is a machine you like to use a lot, I would seriously recommend you at least think about picking up one of these devices. They are quite hard to come by. Like I says, you've got to go to the website and just go and check it a couple of times a day, because as soon as he puts them available, they're sold out very, very quickly. It takes a few weeks to actually make the things, but the quality is absolutely top notch. So yeah, anyway, I'm off to continue playing Rez. I'll leave you to it, and as usual guys, if you've got any questions at all, just pop them below. But as usual, thank you very much for watching.